I'm Trent, and this is Vision Preparedness. Hey folks, Vision Preparedness here. Hope everybody's having a great day, and I hope everybody's staying safe. And today I want to talk about your communication plan, and will it work during a disaster or SHTF event? And what I mean by that is, let's just say that telephone lines, cell phone towers are down. Doesn't have to be nothing crazy or wild. How are you going to communicate with your friends and family and loved ones? What is going to be done? We've all talked about and heard about the infamous ham radios. And we all know that in order to broadcast or talk on a ham radio, you need a license. And of course, during an SHTF event, it won't matter if you have a license or not, because the FCC is not coming to find you. But with that, with the ham radio, have you tested it with people in your group, in your family? Will it work? There are a lot of things about ham radios that have to be taken into consideration, and we're not going to go deep into all of that, but the radio that you're talking from and want to transmit to have to be on the same frequency. With that, does the person you're trying to communicate with, do they have a ham radio? What's the distance that you can talk on a ham radio? Have you tested it out? And there are many channels on YouTube and information on the internet of how to accomplish that and what needs to be done. So for me, I have people in my groups. We all have ham radios. We all have the same frequency tuned into our ham radios, and we test regularly to make sure that we can communicate. This is not your standard radio that comes on this particular Baofeng. This is an extended antenna that I picked up. I think it's an Aubrey extended antenna, and we have also longer antennas, which will give you longer range as well. So you need to plan, who are you going to talk to on the radio? Have you tested it with somebody that has a ham radio, or you're on the same frequency? And I'm not going to get into UHF, VHF versus GMRS and digital and all of that, but just know that in your plan, make sure these are covered. Also, I personally have, within our group, we have two-way radios. Doesn't matter what the brand, these just happen to be Baofengs, that two-way walkie-talkie. They have channels you can tune to and communicate and listen and do it pretty simply. These are line of sight, shorter distance than, of course, these, than the Baofeng UHFs. But these are what we use if we need to talk to anybody on the property, they go down the street or whatever. We go with two-way radios. So technically, this could be our first line of communication that will allow us to talk. And of course, they're not secure, but you can get secure with digital devices. Ham radio, Some of you may have UHF, VHF ham radio base stations with antennas and repeaters and all of that. That will allow you to talk much larger distances. But you have to make sure that the person trying to receive your message also has the same equipment, the same gear, so that will allow you to communicate in a time when all other means of communication are down. Plain and simple. Work your plan, plan your work. Again, these are our first line of communications. If we want to talk in a shorter range, shorter distance, if there's an event going on and one of us goes out to check the property, we'll pick up a handheld radio and out we go. And whoever's still here has one turned on so that we can communicate directly back to our house, our home, our base, our area of operation. Plain and simple. Ham radios, if I need to talk to a couple of my guys that are several miles away and we're tuned to the same frequency, we can communicate here. Also, great idea for listening what's going on. Turn it on, you can tune in frequencies. There's a list of frequencies on the internet that you can get for your local EMS, sheriff, police department. You can tune in on those frequencies and sometimes listen. And of course, always weather is on here and you can tune in and listen to the weather. If you want to just listen to what's going on, you can tune this in and turn it on and listen to what's going on in the area. You'll pick up valuable information maybe to what's happening, not only in your city, your state, but within the country or within your community. So this is just something to think about, folks. Plan your communications and work your communications. Test them out so that they work. And I would recommend a monthly test. Me and my guys, we do a monthly check. Doesn't last 5 or 10 minutes. Turn on the radios and communicate back and forth and everything's good. Okay, turn it off. Again, other people can hear you talking on these. So you may not want to say, I need help at, and give your address. You may not want to do that because there's other people that are probably listening on these just like we do, and they may come to do you harm once you have blurted out your street address. So me and my guys, we talk in code. We say specific words, we know what it means, and we go that way. But this is some information just to get you thinking, putting together your communication plan. How many ham radios do you have? How many do you need? Does everybody in the house have one? Two-way radios, do you need them? How many do you have? How will you charge them if the battery goes down? I cycle through mine. You can get extended batteries. I turn these on, leave them on for a day or let them run down, then charge them up. And again, power strip into a generator, whether it's solar or gas, will power your batteries, but I always make sure all of my radios are on a full charge. There's tons of YouTube channels and websites out there that can give you more information about ham radios, okay? Again, if you're thinking about getting your license, that's a great idea. I'm actually working on getting my ham radio license and taking it from there because there's some other things that I want to do that we want to do within our group and take it from there. So do me a favor, folks, hit the like button, drop a comment if you want to, share out the video. This information is just to get you thinking about communications plan if all other communications goes down. How are you going to work your plan? How are you going to plan your work? Again, folks, remember, keep prepping. Your family depends on you, and it depends on your life. This is Vision Preparedness. God bless. Everybody have a great day. I'm Trent, and this is Vision Preparedness.